We are on the second part of Kayanupassana, which is the Iriya Pada Papa postures. Before moving on to the Iriya Pada Papa or sections on a posture, anyone has anything to share or ask? Previous sessions or on anything on a meditation. Okay, so if not, then let's do the chanting. B, page number 6. Okay. So, Iriya Pada Pabba Punaja Parang Bhikkhave Bhikkhu Gachanto Va Gachamiti Pajanati Thito Va Thitomiti Pajanati Nisinno Va Nisinno Miti Pajanati Sayano Va Sayano Miti Pajanati Yatha yatha va panassa kayo panihito hoti tatha tathanam pajanati iti ajjatam va kaye kayanupassi viharati pahidha va kaye kayanupassi viharati ajjatta pahidha va kaye kayanupassi viharati Samudaya vaya dhammanupassi va kayasmin viharati Vaya dhammanupassi va kayasmin viharati Samudaya vaya dhammanupassi va kayasmin viharati Athikayoti va panassa sati pachupattita hoti Jnanamattaya Yava deva jnana mattaya padisati mattaya anisito ja viharati nacha kinchi loke upadhiyati evam bhikkho bhikkhave bhikkhu kaye kayanupassi viharati. Okay, so this is the Iriya Pada Pabba. Duncan, would you like to read the translation?
The section on postures. Again, monks, a monk while he is walking understands properly, I am walking. While he is standing, he understands properly, I am standing. While he is sitting, he understands properly, I am sitting. While he is lying down, he understands properly, I am lying down. In whichever position he disposes his body, he understands it properly. Thus he dwells observing body in body internally, or he dwells observing body in body externally, or he dwells observing body in body both internally and externally. Thus he dwells observing the phenomenon of arising in body. Thus he dwells observing the phenomenon of passing away in the body. Thus he dwells observing the phenomenon of arising and passing away in the body. Now his awareness is established. This is the body. Thus he develops his awareness to such an extent that there is mere understanding along with mere awareness. In this way he dwells detached, without clinging towards anything in the world of mind and matter. This is how a monk dwells observing body and body.
Okay, so this second passage is repeating from the previous one, and then we spent about 2 weeks on the second passage, which nowadays is available on YouTube as well. Okay? I have downloaded on YouTube from Facebook. So this is the second section of Kayanupassana. Now remember, The first section is on the breathing practice, breathing. And now the second practice is the postures. And here it's talking about mainly four postures. Starting from walking. Walking, standing, and sitting, and lying down. So 4 postures. Why do you think that the 4 postures been given here?
Because these are the 4 postures that we find ourselves in most of the time, and that we're with us all the time, and that we can observe all the time.
That's right. Yeah. As the breath, these four postures are there too. So these 4 postures comes along with us as we take a birth. And here it's saying Gacchanto va gacchami pajanati. Pajanati means knowing, so basically having awareness or understanding properly that what is happening. So Gacchanto va gacchami ti. And now here it suggests that the practice of a meditation is not just a sitting. That normally people think the practice of a meditation is going into a small corner, separating every other activities and just sit and meditate, contemplate on that. Right? So it is not the case. So in the practice of a meditation, even just observing the bodily phenomena, it has got other, furthermore, 4 postures to pay attention to. I remember early years of establishment of our center, one lady came up and she came to practice meditation for some times. After I think 3 or 4 sessions, I introduced a walking meditation. And before starting to demonstrate how to walk, I told that, okay, now we will do the walking meditation. And she said, oh, how could you do walking meditation? If you do walking meditation, you will fall down. You can't walk. Because you have to close your eyes. And for walking meditation is supposed to be sitting. So that is a misconception in there. So, this is the walking meditation. And here again, in the walking meditation, Gacchanto va gacchami ti. So while you are walking, you are mindful. Isn't that simple? But in a real practice, we have to designate. Now here again, this is in terms of the practice of a retreats. In your daily life, we can use as just the walking without having any plans or any concerns. But when we are on a retreat or a practice, we have to designate how much or how far we are walking. And then stopping. So with that stopping, and that is the moment we do the standing. Now what is the difference between being mindful walk and just a walk? Like there is a story that comes in the sutta. Buddha was using the simile of it comes from Atthakatha, the commentaries. Simile of a dog. Wild dog and domestic dog walks Similarly, what is the difference? And compared to that wild dog and the domestic dog, what about our walk that we are walking? So this normal walk, like a dog walk or a we walk, there is no difference at all. It's just a natural work that is happening, and you are just walking. Whereas pajanati, here, this is the word that is important here, pajanati. You understand, or you know, or you're aware, or you're mindful that you are walking. So, when you are walking again in the initial stage, you will be walking, I am moving my leg. I am moving my leg. My leg. Okay? There is the one. My leg. And with that, what happens? Then we will have a very careful walk, because I am moving my leg. So that's why in the stage of the walking meditation stages that comes in the Visuddhi Magga, the path of purification, the 6 stages. And in the 6 stages of walking meditation, in the Mahasi tradition, adapted. So you are walking very slowly, 8 steps. And that beginning from right goes thus, left goes thus. Now when you are moving, right goes thus, left goes thus, you are conscious that I am moving my right leg. I am moving my right leg. Okay? And it takes quite a long time to see that this leg is moving. Right? And then the second stage is simply lifting, placing. There is no my leg. There is no I am doing. We are simply paying attention to the phenomena of moving. Yeah?
Can I please ask a question, sir?
Yeah.
What goes first, the movement or the intention?
That is another stage. Right? So, initially, we have an intention to move. So we are, with our intention, we are sending our attention to the leg, and then we are moving. And now here, as your meditation develops, as your concentration develops, you even see before that intention. Before that intention, it's called vijnana, the consciousness. It's like when you are saying something, you see how the words forming in your head. That same simile, we can use it in a walking meditation too. So before we have an intention to send or shift our attention to the to feet, we see that forming intention. Okay? And then with that forming intention, now here, it has to create. Okay? And that is the subconsciously created movement. Yeah? And that movement is the wind element coming there. So, yes?
I see this process, it's like if I make a conscious intention to do 10 minutes of walking meditation, so that's my initial intention. It's like I'm setting my program for my mind to perform, and then out of that program my mind knows what I am doing, so I am simply observing what my body is doing, because the initial intention was set at the beginning.
And so there are not two intentions there. There's first of all the general intention, if you like, to spend 10 minutes doing walking meditation. And then there's the intention to actually walk. So the intention to move the right leg, and then the action to move the right, and then the intention to move the left, and the action to do the left. As if you like, two intentions created there.
But that is okay. Right? That's just a concept, a conventional initial stages of setting up in order to control the mind, keep the mind into that practice. That's okay. So in this walking meditation, let me give you a basic understanding first. Okay. So there are three different ways of walking. Let's call a brisk walk, and then a counting walk, and then a systematic walk. Okay? And brisk walk is just a walking, and you can be mindful and not. And the second is a counting, so you are mindful of 8 steps, and a systematic walk is 6 levels. In that 6 level, first stage is right goes thus, left goes thus, and then lifting, placing goes on, up to 6 levels. Now this is just the concept. It's an initial stage you are doing with I am walking, I am moving my legs. So beginning with my leg, my right leg, my left leg. And then again, lifting, placing, moving, placing, heels up, lifting, moving, placing, heels up, lifting, moving, lowering and placing, and up to the 6th. The last one is the placing. So we are programming ourselves to see the physical phenomena that is moving. And we are trying to be mindful of this move without losing our sight. And we are doing it very slowly, and making a note of it, that this is happening and I'm noting it. So that is an initial stage of a practice. And after that practice, now we have to go into deeper. So one is the mind, that is knowing the movement of the leg. And this moment, you will it's not an imagination, but you will experience it's like this body is like a robot. Yeah?
This is how it feels to me.
Yeah.
When I decide to do 10 minutes walking, I am programming my computer department, and then once I give permission the body to walk, I just simply observe this robot performing the action.
Yeah. So that's the second stage, that you have understood that this body is like a robot, that you can move in your wish. Yeah? And it won't move if you don't move. So if you do not put your intention to move, it won't move. So that's why this is simply become a material now. That is not belongs to me. Okay? So it's I am just living in this material molecule, or whatever you call it, a machine. And so that the further understanding. Now, more than that is the elements, knowing the elements of the move. Now, when you're moving, let's say lifting movement. When you are lifting, there is the percentage of air element more. So that's why it's easy to move. Right? And once you have moved, so lifted, now there will be earth element become heavier. Right? Heavier. And then when you place it again, even just moving up or placing lowering and down, then you will experience the heat element. And in that process, you will also experience the cohesiveness, the water element. So all four elements will be able to experience that. The most prominent one will be the air element. Again, observe that. And the more your mind becomes subtler and subtler, you're even able to notice that the foot, when you move, you feel the air is brushing your legs. So like that. So that also you can observe. So that is coming into the phenomena of four elements. And further on, now here this is quite an interesting one. There will be the intention, the mind, and this mind is again conditioned by our pre-programmed that I have planned to do this meditation. So I have to move, not just to stand. So there is a conscious mind is telling us to move your leg. Move this part. And in this moment, it generates so-called the air rupa, so air body, the subtle air body, sending from the mind, sending it into our leg. And this leg becomes, or this part of the leg becomes conscious. The rest of others you will not be conscious of. Okay? And then on your will, you will be moving. When you are moving and you are again conscious of not a leg but the phenomena. Yes?
Is it because, Prajan, every cell has its own consciousness, so the right part of the mind sends the command to the right group of cells which is responsible for the food. Mm-hmm. The rest of the cells are not engaged at the moment. So the consciousness connects with the consciousness in the right food.
So this moment,
yes,
we are consciously shifting our attention there.
Mm-hmm.
But later what happens is that we simply observing the phenomena of these chemical changes that is taking place. Right? So that's why we seeing the body is one thing and the mind is another.
And I'm not that neither.
Yeah. So, and then after that, we are seeing that this is not me, this is not mine. Right? And it's called ahankara mamankara mananusaya. There will not be I making, my making. There will not be a me and a mine. The concept of myself is existence and the concept of I have known. So that sort of a concept you will understand. And with that, you will be simply observing the phenomena that how it is happening. Right? So this is the walking. Now again, in a walking meditation, as I have said, it is not just a walking randomly. You have to be mindful. And it's not like walking in a circle that normally people think of. It's not a walking in a circle too. Do you know why it's not a circle? Walking in a circle? The reason behind is not the walking meditation. If you are walking in a circle, is that if your mind is not concentrated, and if you are walking in a circle, you will be constantly thinking without knowing that you are meditating. So you are walking, but you do not know that you are walking because your mind is thinking of something. So you are not in the present moment. And you're constantly walking round by round, round after round, round after round. So that is the reason. But if you are walking in a line, you have a certain length of the walk. As you walk from this end to that end, you realize where I was, what I have been thinking. I'm supposed to be doing walking meditation. Now I'm already end of the pathways. So then that will be another start. Okay, now I will do again. I will try to be mindful now. And then you start again, 1, 2, 3, and then lost again. Lost into the thoughts. And then physically you are doing, subconsciously you think you are doing. It's like thinking of a multitask. I can do many things at the same time, like that. So you will be thinking like that, oh, I know, I'm walking. But you're walking, but you don't know. The mind is already gone. And then, when you arrive at the end of the pathway, then, oh, I'm again lost. So I will do again. So like that, doing it in this way, walking up and down again and again, gradually what happens is that the moment when your mind thinks of something else, or mind distracted, you realize. And at that moment, you will not be walking. You will be stopping there. So you will stop there. I am distracted. So you will be looking at that distraction. Okay? So similar to when we are doing sitting meditation, when our mind is distracted, rather than paying attention to the primary object, we will be thinking of that distraction. Observing, acknowledging, letting go, back. Same, when this happens at that moment, my mind is distracted. Okay, watch it. Spend some time, back, and then again start walking. This will happen. This will happen.
But am I right, Rajan, later when we develop some confidence in walking meditation, you can walk in circles when you have achieved a certain level of
Can.
confidence.
You can. You can try. You can try, and you realize. Okay?
I understand.
Yeah. And then, even this walking length of this walking ways, if you try, you can choose your own pathways, how long you want to walk. Like let's say you just a normal walk, like a counting, normal walk. How many counts you need? How many steps you want to walk? Like Ajahn Man, he used 26 steps. And then I asked one of the practitioner, he said, this is because Ajahn Man used 26, so we are using 26. 26 steps. And I asked, do you know why? he couldn't answer. So he was simply following the instruction. But if you try walking, counting, again and again, again and again, you will realize that if that's more than 30 steps, that's too much. You feel that's too much automatically. You feel too much. And then if that's less than 20, you feel like it's not enough. So, if that's less than 20, then it's not good enough. But if that's more than 30, then mind feels, oh, it's too long. It's too long.
So, because part of the mind knows exactly how much.
It is not the part of the mind. It is the condition, how it happens.
So how do we feel that? Why do we feel that is too long or too short?
The distraction happens in those stages. Right? So suppose you are walking up to 30, and after 30, if you are walking, there will be a different thoughts arises. Right? And then it distracts more. Same less than a 20, then again, what happens is that, oh, it's not enough. So that mind again will try to get something else. So we are paying attention to this mental change at that moment. There is no fixing that this is the exact that I want to do. If you are fixing, then that's your want. Whereas here, when you are doing it again and again, again and again, and you see that, this moment, my mind is still needing some more. The subtlety of this mind, you can observe it. And then you can extend. So by doing so, I came to understand that around 24 to 26 is perfect. Yes?
And do you always start with the right foot when you're walking, or
Doesn't matter.
in returning it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Whether it's a right foot or a left foot doesn't matter. But some teachers will recommend you to start with the right foot. If you are practicing with a Buddha, then the teachers will tell you to start with the right foot. Like that. So, but doesn't matter. You can experiment and you realize why it is.
If you're doing it in a group, you'll find there's someone who always walks left foot first.
Yeah.
And they will say, why can't I walk left foot first?
Yeah.
And the answer is, don't know. If it's natural left foot, go left foot. If it's natural right foot, go right foot.
Did the Buddha leave any instructions about right or left?
No, he simply said, walk. Mindful walk. So, that is. Okay? And if like this length that we have is still long if we are doing in a slow motion of walking. This is long. It should be around this bit. So about 2 meters. It's about 2 meters of a walk. If you are properly doing, let's say, the second stage of walking meditation, around 7 rounds, half an hour is gone. 7 rounds, going up and down, 2 meters. Right? 7, around 6 to 7. So half an hour will go.
When I did walking meditation, on the carpet in our living room.
Yeah.
The length of the carpet was my
Mm-hmm.
distance.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do 3 lengths in half an hour.
So like that. So it's that's why this one is long. And now here, if you are doing slow motion, like a proper slow practice, you feel tiring to get there. So it's only maybe 3 meters. Yeah. So for walking this 3 meters, you feel tired to reach the end of the walkway. And now here, we have to choose our own way, our own pathway, how long you want to walk, which one is suitable. And if you want to test, you can extend or you can lose. And then loosen a little bit and see the mind distracts in which stage. And then when it distracts, how much the intensity is there. You can watch that too. Okay? So that is the way of a walking meditation. And benefit of a walking meditation, we are already 45 minutes here on just the one walking meditation. It seems like we're not going to finish this second section. So, the benefit of walking meditation. Now, here, walking meditation, when we are doing this, up and down, it's called Chamkamana. Chamkamana, walking up and down. Benefit of the walking meditation, this one, Buddha mentioned a couple of times, in a couple of places. Here I found, I would like to quote here. It's from Anguttara Nikaya. It's a numerous book of 5, numerous book of 5, Sutta number 29. So it's saying, monks, there are these 5 benefits of walking up and down. What 5? 1 is fit for long journey. Because of doing that again and again. Now in this here, saying 1 is fit for a long journey here. Now if you are walking, if you are thinking of a destination, then it's very easy to get tired. But if you are mindful of your walk, then it won't. Because you're enjoying every steps. Okay? Enjoying every steps. And normally what we are doing is, we know destination. Because destination is not going to change. In no circumstance, destination will change. Destination is there, and we are taking the path to that destination. Now we forget to enjoy along the way. Along the way. And there are so many things we missed out. And then later on, like yesterday, one lady came here. And she had been here many, many times. Many times. And she asked me, when did you get this golden Buddha? So even just this year, she had, in my understanding, came 4 times. And she just asked me yesterday, when did we get this golden Buddha? So like that. So when we are walking, we are all over the world. All over the world. Talking about different things. That's why I used to tell, when you are walking on the Union Street, just to walk. Forget about the destination, where you are going to, because you already know where you are going to.
Program.
Yeah. That's why you have taken the path, the road. So forget about it, but enjoy. See what's going on.
Sometimes it happens when I'm enjoying the walk, I forget the destination.
So that is too much enjoyment. That's normally happen when somebody is driving as well. When mind lost, that does happen sometimes too. And that's simply because it's called a working memory working there. And not being present, and also the long-term memory is not working there. So that it hasn't got mindfulness and awareness. So you are mindful of what you are thinking, but not aware of the present moment.
Sometimes in Aberdeen they change the roads and put things in the way.
That reminds you now you have to change. Okay? So that's the number one. One is fit for long journey, and the second is one is fit for striving. So perseverance. Yeah? You want to do, you will not give up. And the third one is one has a little disease.
One has
Disease, illness.
this moment.
Do you know why? You can see nowadays, after someone has got the bypass, they will not forget to go for a walk. And then from the research also says, those elders, if they have a dog, their health is more better than those who don't. That's simply because they go for a walk.
But that's the brisk walk.
No, that's what.
The technical walk. Very slow motion. It's like yoga. It's not. It doesn't do anything to your heart.
Or your lungs.
Now, this is about physical benefit. Okay?
I shouldn't argue with the Buddha.
Ajahn, Lena doesn't believe working on an allotment is exercise, so we're in trouble.
Okay, so, and then the reason is simply because, say, the Buddha further says about the less disease, whatever you have eaten, drink, chew, the test goes through proper digestion.
That's the brisk walk.
Okay.
That's about brisk walk. I agree about brisk.
That's what I'm saying. This is the physical benefit. Yeah. And the last one.
Sorry, physical benefit of walking meditation.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then the last one is the composure attained by walking up and down is long lasting. Basically, concentration lasts longer. Okay? Concentration lasts longer. So that is the benefit of a walking meditation. And then there is another discourse. I think it is similar, so
there is another benefit, of course, which is as you develop your walking mindfully, you're less likely to trip over and break a bone.
yes, that is for sure.
Stand on a little creature.
Yeah. So the another sutta is basically saying concentration he wins while doing walking meditation lasts for a long time. So the stable of concentration. And here again, the difference is when we are doing a walking meditation, it is difficult to gain concentration at first. But once you have established, then that concentration lasts long. Whereas in the sitting meditation, it's easy to get the concentration, but it won't last long.
Once I started doing walking meditation, I improved my awareness in my everyday life when I'm moving around. I can see from the corner of my eye and I can navigate safely.
Okay, good. Okay. So unfortunately, we are unable to complete that area per the section, so we have to stop here with the walking meditation. Although we do not do, it's just the theory. Okay. Maybe next time we have to practice. I will introduce what I have said. You can take away and experiment at home. Okay. So this is the walking meditation, simply saying, Gachanto va gachamiti pajanati. As meaning simply, while you are walking, you understand that you are walking. And just on it, 1 hour gone. Okay? So now let's practice. Anybody has got anything to share or anything before we practice loving kindness?
When you're in a group and someone says, when I'm walking, what am I observing? What is the answer?
Observing your foot moving. So mindful of your foot. So that's the start. Okay, so let's do the loving kindness meditation the first time. Lena, would you mind to lead?
Okay. Okay, please find a comfortable position and relax the body. Make sure that the body is sitting comfortably and nothing distracts. If there is any distraction, then we can adjust our sitting position so we feel comfortable. And finding the breath. If necessary, taking long deep breath in, feeling the abdomen moving, and exhaling, feeling relaxed. And again, breathing in, relaxing even more, breathing out, feeling peaceful. And finding the place in the body where the heart is located. So bringing our attention to the heart area. Feeling the beating heart. If necessary, we can smile physically to connect with the heart. Feeling peaceful and warm inside. And radiating and generating this warmth and inner smile and kindness and sharing it with ourselves. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be joyful. May I be free from all troubles of body and mind. Really feeling this state of peaceful mind, joyful mind, feeling it, enjoying it, and generating that peacefulness and joy even more. And then similarly bringing into our mind people we love, our teachers, our loved ones, parents, close relatives, husband and wife, partners, dear friends, and sharing with them our loving kindness by wishing them, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be joyful, may you be free from all troubles of body and mind. And similarly, bringing to your mind all other living beings in this room, in the city, in the country, on the planet, and in the whole entire universe, all living beings, and sharing loving kindness with all beings that are visible and invisible. Wishing them, may you be peaceful, may you be joyful, may you be happy, may you be free from all troubles of body and mind. Radiating our loving kindness and compassion in all possible directions, far and wide. And now we're going to finish this meditation, so bringing our attention to the sitting body, feeling the contact body between the cushion and the body, and then bringing our attention to the hands and to the area around our eyes. And when we hear the third gong, slowly coming out of meditation and reflecting for a minute.
I just remember a few things even in walking meditation. That, Buddha mentioned to monks to do walking meditation after lunch, before bed, early morning as well. And Buddha also always do the walking meditation in the evenings and in the early morning too. That's right. No, pay respect. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivate Sawakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Satipatthana bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho saṅgham namāmi. Satu. Satu, thank you. Have a good night. Thank you, Margaret, Rina, Sandra, June, and good night. See you tomorrow.